As Pope? I'd like to be Pope. That would be my number one choice. No, I don't know. I have no preference. I must say we have a cardinal that happens to be out of a place called New York who's very good. So we'll see what happens.
Welcome back to Chukitibo Media. Have you also seen the picture of Donald Trump posing as Pope? The picture has gone viral last week. If you check on the internet, you will definitely see the picture where President Donald Trump believes he should be the next Pope. He dressed well, and the picture looks so good. The dress looks so fine on him. But the picture looks so good and so fine, but it doesn't go well with the people. As at 4th of May, 2025, President Donald Trump was criticized after posing as a pope in a picture that went viral. US President Donald Trump has attracted criticism from some Catholics after posting an AI-generated image of himself as the Pope. And in some videos that I've seen, he actually mentioned he is qualified to be a Pope, and he also liked to be a Pope. And that's why the picture, which was shared by official White House social media accounts, comes as Catholic mourns the death of the Pope, Pope Francis, who died on the 21st of April, and prepare to choose the next pontiff. The New York State Catholic Conference accused Donald Trump of mocking the faith. The post comes days after he joked to the media, "I'd like to be the Pope." Trump is not the first president to be accused of mocking Catholic faith. Former US President Joe Biden, a Catholic, caused outrage a year ago when he made a sign of cross at a pro-abortion access rally in Florida. Vatican spokesman Matteo Bruni declined to answer questions about Trump's post during a brief with journalists on Saturday. The Vatican is preparing to host a conclave to choose Francis' successor beginning on Wednesday. The image posted by Trump on Friday might feature him wearing a white cassock and pointed mitre, traditionally worn by a bishop. He wears a large cross around his neck and has his finger held up with a solemn facial expression, exactly the way they used to do it. The New York State Catholic Conference, which represents bishops in New York, took to X to criticize the picture. "There is nothing clever or funny about this image, Mr. President," the group wrote. "We just bury our beloved Pope Francis, and the cardinals are about to enter solemn conclave to elect a new successor of St. Peter. Do not mock us," they said. Left-leaning Italian former Prime Minister Matteo Renzi also blasted Trump's post. "This is an image that is offensive. It offended the believers, insults institution, and shows the leader of the right-wing world enjoys clowning around," Renzi wrote in Italian on X. But White House rejected any suggestion that the Republican president was mocking or making fun of papacy. President Trump flew to Italy to pay his respect to Pope Francis when he died and attended his funeral. And this is actually not the first time he's been flying there. You'll see the video here where President Pope, you see why I call him President Pope, and where President Trump was teasing, not mocking, was teasing, Pope Francis, trying to touch him, and I don't know if this is an AI generated as well, but look at both of them. Pope Francis asking him to stop touching his hands. So, furthermore, President Trump flew to Italy to pay his respect to Pope. Francis and attended his funeral, and he has been a staunch champion for Catholic and religious liberty, said Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. That's the reaction from the White House. The backlash continued on Sunday as New York Archbishop Timothy Dolan, who has been friendly with Trump's for years, reported that he disliked the image. So the image was not generally accepted, you know. Ask me, where do I stand? I don't know, because I just saw the picture. You know, it looks good on him, like I said in the beginning. But now, a lot of Catholic people are criticizing. They don't like it, that, he has to make a picture of himself to be like this. It wasn't good, he said. And that is the Archbishop Timothy Dolan talking here. It wasn't good, he said, after attending a mass in Rome. I hope it didn't have anything to do with that. Switching to Italian, he called it a brutta figura, a phrase meaning a bad or embarrassing impression. Asked if the White House should take down the image and apologize. Mr. Matteo didn't say nothing anymore. He said, again in Italy, who knows? And he declined to speak more about it. So it's up to us now to see the picture. It's up to us to see the video and the reaction. Even the press also, talked about it in the US. So I don't know if you heard about it yet. Anyway, if not, watch the video here and you put your reaction at the end of the video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you think it's offensive, put your comment. If you think it's just, it's just part of it, it's nothing, just let it fly, then it's okay. And if you think, okay, it's not all right, what punishment do you think Donald Trump deserve for doing this? See you next time. Your opinion counts. Stay tuned. Chukitable Media, and bye-bye for now.
Now, Donald Trump has come under fire for posting an AI-generated image of himself as the Pope. The picture, which, you can see it on your screen there, posted by the official White House social media accounts, comes as Catholics mourn the death of Pope Francis. Just 11 days, remember. But is this harmless fun, or is it just insensitive? Christo Fufas.
Harmless fun, just a bit silly, what you expect from Trump. However, what I will say is if I was a Christian or of the Catholic faith, I would look at that and say, OK, fair enough, but you would never do it about Islam or any of the other religions that are more sensitive, but the most sensitive probably being Islam. Do that for the Prophet Muhammad, Trump, and see how far you get.
Yeah. Matthew, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I'm not religious, therefore I think I just sort of rolled my eyes. It's like something else. But I think Trump doing it is one thing. I think if you're doing it from the White House social media accounts, which should be for more, official communications, and especially in times of crisis, you might rely on government messaging. It's just a little bit crass, I think. I'm not going to get upset about it, but inappropriate potentially.
Yeah, was it from his account or the White House?
It came from both.
I think that's a fair point about the White House account. If it was his, it would be fine. Maybe that isn't, but it's not that bad.
But when I first saw it, it's just 11 days. If you are of faith, it's just 11 days since you lost the Pope. And when I first saw it, I thought someone had done it as a joke, like someone sort of like set it up in Trump's name. But when I thought he'd done it, and then as you say, Matthew, it came from the actual White House. The sort of place that's going to announce World War III.
Would we feel different, take the religion out of it, if when the Queen died a week in, he'd gone, I could be King of England, me, and he's putting up Photoshop things of him in a crown?
Yeah.
Go, I don't know about that, I don't like that, actually.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest videos.